Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of The Wallet Whisperer, your go-to podcast for unlocking personal finance strategies that work for real people. I'm your host, Tom Gibbs. Today, we are kicking off with a topic that hits home for many families, debt repayment. Specifically, we'll be discussing two strategies, the Debt Snowball and the Debt Avalanche. Both have their unique benefits. But which one is right for you? You might need a notebook, so if you have one, keep it within reach. Stay tuned to find out. Debt can creep into our lives in many ways. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, personal loans, you name it. According to the Federal Reserve, the average American household carries around $101,000 in total debt. That's equivalent to 13,026,690 Kenya shillings or 92,574 euros, which is by no means a small debt to heave around. For many of us, it's easy to feel trapped by the constant cycle of minimum payments, interest charges, and the anxiety of knowing you owe money. But there is a way out. In fact, there are two well-known strategies that financial experts recommend. For many of us, it's easy to feel trapped by the constant cycle of minimum payments, interest charges, and the anxiety of knowing you owe money. But there is a way out. In fact, there are two well-known strategies that financial experts recommend, the Debt Snowball and the Debt Avalanche. The goal of both methods is the same, to eliminate your debt completely. But the way you approach it differs, and choosing the right one can make all the difference in whether you stay committed to the plan. Let's dive into the Debt Snowball strategy first, which was popularized by financial expert Dave Ramsey. The principle behind the Debt Snowball is simple. You pay off your debts from the smallest to the largest, regardless of their interest rates. Here's how it works, step by step. 1. First, list all your debts in order from the smallest balance to the largest balance. Secondly, make minimum payments on all your debts except for the smallest one. Thirdly, put any extra money you can find towards the smallest debt. And fourth, once the smallest debt is gone, roll the amount you are paying into the next smallest debt. Here's an example. Imagine you have three debts. One is a $500 debt on a store credit card, and second is a $2,000 credit card loan on a personal loan. And third is a $500 student loan. Using the Debt Snowball, you would focus on paying off the $500 debt first. Once that's gone, you take the amount you are paying toward it, say $100 per month, and add it to the payment on your personal loan. The snowball grows as you eliminate each debt. The biggest advantage of the Debt Snowball method is that it provides quick psychological wins. Paying off small debts feels like progress, and for many people, that momentum is essential to staying motivated. When you see one debt disappear, you will feel empowered to keep going. But the downside? If your larger debts have high interest rates, you might end up paying more interest over time. For instance, if your student loan has a 6% interest rate, it might grow while you're focused on smaller debts first. Now let's look at the Debt Avalanche strategy. This method focuses on eliminating debt based on interest rates, which can help you save money in the long run. Here's how it works. List your debts in order of highest to lowest interest rate. Secondly, make minimum payments on all debts except the one with the highest interest rate. Thirdly, put any extra money towards the debt with the highest interest rate first. And fourth, once that debt is gone, move to the next highest interest debt, and so on and so on. Using the same debts as before, the store credit card debt of $500 at 22% interest, the personal loan of $2,000 at 8% interest, and the student loan of $5,000 at 6% interest. In this scenario, the Avalanche method has you focus on the store credit card first because it has the highest interest rate at 22%. You make minimum payments on the personal loan and student loan while attacking that store credit card with everything you've got. Once the high interest card is gone, you move on to the personal loan at 8%. The biggest benefit of the debt avalanche strategy is that it saves you money over time. By knocking out high interest debt first, you minimize the total amount you'll pay in interest. However, the downside is that it can take longer to feel like you're making progress, especially if your highest interest debt is also your largest balance. That delayed gratification can be tough, and some people lose motivation before they finish. Now that we have explored both strategies, let's compare them side by side. Debt Snowball. Debt Snowball is best for people who need quick wins to stay motivated. The pros are that it builds momentum and motivation very quickly. The con is that it can cost more in interest over time. The Debt Avalanche is best for people focused on saving money on interest. The pros is that it reduces overall interest paid, while the cons is that progress can feel very slow, making it harder to stay motivated on paying off your debt. One thing to keep in mind is that your personality and financial habits will play a big role in deciding which method works for you. Are you someone who thrives on small victories? Then the Debt Snowball might be perfect for you. But if saving money on interest is your top priority, the Debt Avalanche could be the way to go. Let's look at a couple of real-life examples to see these methods in action. Sarah is a single mother who had 3 credit cards with small balances. She used the Debt Snowball method, paying off her smallest credit card of $300 first. Once she knocked that out, she felt so motivated that she tackled her next card with $1,500. Within 2 years, Sarah was debt-free. She admits that the psychological boost kept her going. Then there's James, who on the other hand had large student loans and a credit card with a 24% interest rate. He used the Debt Avalanche method to focus on that high interest credit card first, even though his student loan was a larger amount. By sticking to the plan, James saved thousands of dollars in interest over the years. So how do you decide which method is right for you? Step 1. List all your debts, including their balances and interest rates. Step 2. Decide what's important, saving money or staying motivated with quick wins. Step 3. Create a plan and stick to it. No matter which method you choose, consistency is key. And step 4. Use tools like Mint or YNAB to track your progress and stay organized. Remember, there is no wrong way to pay off debt as long as you're making progress. The key is to start today. That's it for today's episode on the Debt Snowball versus Debt Avalanche. I hope you gained some valuable insights into these two debt repayment strategies. The road to financial freedom is never easy, but with the right strategy and mindset, you can make it happen. You can get more information on debt management from an ebook by Adam J. Smith. The ebook is called Win Back Your Financial Freedom, a guide to build your wealth. It's sold on Gumroad eBooks by Ghana's Media Concept. It's also available on Kindle books on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast wherever you get it and leave a review. It really helps. You may also download this episode for future reference and use it. It's free. And don't forget to follow us on social media and share your own debt repayment stories. I'd love to hear from you. In our next episode, we'll tackle how to stop living paycheck to paycheck, a step-by-step guide. Until next time, keep whispering those financial secrets to your wallet.